Hello, hello, hello. My name is going to be Michaela Whispers, and I am once again welcoming you back to the Whispering Woods. Welcome to Draft Week 2. We had a much better showing this week versus our misplays last week. Got a few things that happened throughout this week, including a little bit of a tease for next week, but we're not going to get too deep into that yet. Now, let's get into the team breakdown, why don't we? First, honestly, one of my favorite builds that I use, a carryover from previous seasons with Doflamingo. You go Timid Nature, Max Speed, a little bit less attack, rest in HP, Draco Meteor, Hydro Steam, Weather Ball, and Dragon Pulse. Weather Ball is actually really good in this matchup because we're facing, which should be around here, Zachary, who is a D&D player in my campaign, and I'd argue a friend. And he has a solid rain team that I over-prepared for by a lot. So, you got that. You got good old Silence the Vulpix, Sunsetter, Focus Ash, Baton Pass. I had ideas for this, but they didn't end up coming in handy. Quick Attack, Healing Wish, Heat Wave. This Vulpix was meant to do one thing, and that's set up the sun twice, and that's about it. The return of our mascot, who should be our mascot, Nightmare the Chi-Yu. We went with a Choice Scarf build this week with max special attack, max speed, timid nature, and the Choice Scarf. Got Dark Pulse, Heat Wave, Terra Blast, Flamethrower with a Fairy Terra. In my mocks I had done, so much work got put in by Fairy Terra, Terra Blast. It's honestly outlandish. And oh my god, if it isn't my MVP, my wonderful boy in Berserker. Come Sail Away, funny reference. We had max attack, almost max HP, a little bit of special defense investment to go along with the assault vest we were running. Whole point of this was essentially it's Ambipom without being Ambipom. Ironhead knockoff U-turn fake out. It's been a while since I've played this game and rewatched it, so I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, Berserker put in a star performance for me. Of course, we have D4C, the Zapdos, max attack, max speed, jolly nature, U-turn, brave bird, close combat, knockoff, and I decided this week I really wanted the Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, so I decided Choice Band Zapdos would be the next best thing. And then we have the Pokemon that I completely don't think I needed. As you can probably see down here, Zach has a Mega Swampert on his team. I built this Electivire to specifically counter that Zapdos. So you have 360 speed investment, so your Trailblaze is going to get their max attack with Adamant Nature, some HP, Rock Slide, Thunder Punch, Darkest Lariat. Did not know this thing got that. Trailblaze, and our Berry, which cuts damage from ground types. You'll see why that's ironic in a minute, but it's kind of funny. But that was Fade to Black, D4C, Come Sail Away, Nightmare, Silence, and Doflamingo. Let's hop over here now, and let's actually watch to see how this battle went through. We'll be doing our normal thing where we take it a little bit slowly. So, right off the bat, let's get everybody out. I was not prepared for either of these two. I did not do any preparation for dealing with them. I had no idea what to expect from them. In all of my prep work, I expected a Mega Swampert, and he threw me for a loop with the Cobalion, the Archeops, and the Shiftry. And honestly, that alone was enough to really get me concerned at the beginning of this, especially with my lead of Berserker and Electivire. So, we get a good quick fake out, keeps the Archeops from setting up Tailwind, he goes for the knockoff, gets rid of my Berry, Rock Slide. really hoping that would do more damage. This is also where I need to point out, I misunderstood Defeatist. I thought it cut attack and speed. I was incorrect, and I paid the price for that incorrectness. But these things happen. So, when Rider goes off, he gets the knockoff, takes out Electivire, and we hit right back with a really hard U-turn, getting Zapdos out. He went into Cobalion, we got Walking Wake. Acrobatics does some good chip. Zen Headbutt. If this had flinched, I think I may have lost. Knowing what I know now. Hydro Steam takes out Archeops. Good old close combat. Completely deletes Cobalion. It was something he was not expecting in the slightest, from what he told me in our conversation after. Yo Sableye Regieleki, me being worried, goes for Vulpix, get the photosynthesis boost, get my speed up. Thunder Cage. I was not aware of this move. None of my mock battles had used it. So, that was a fun one for me to deal with. Hits it again. I deal with the consequences. We take out Sableye. He was not necessarily fully happy about me surviving that. Unfortunately, I did lose Dophie, but he wasn't really the most necessary at that point in the battle anymore. At least my opinion on it. Got the baton pass off, get me into D4C, and that was pretty much the whole idea with Vulpix. It's just, honestly, baton passing, the way it works in our league is you have to do it dry, so no benefits. But even then, just having a Pokemon that's a little bit slower on the field, because this has no speed investment. So just having something that moves so slowly that you can go, cool, everybody else hits, I switch out. It's very beneficial. Got my son back up. At that point, he is nothing. Vulpix survives a Thunder Cage. U-turn to get me that swap out back into Chi-Yu, who was there to start applying pressure at that point. He got me there with the wide guard on against my Heat Wave. And then the paralysis was not fun to deal with. Honestly, I was expecting that to do a little bit more in the sun from a Chi-Yu, but it is what it is. Berserker, I feel like, was an MVP for me this week, though. Like, he put in such a good showing as just a good, strong utility. And there you have it. So, at the end of week 2, we walk away with 3 Pokemon left over. Unfortunately, that puts us at 1-1 in our differential of -1. This upcoming week is week 3. In fact, I'm actually recording this midnight Tuesday morning / Monday night. And my next battle should be happening Wednesday, most likely, so I really delayed making this for no reason whatsoever other than some technical difficulties. So, not a crazy amount happened though. Nothing big. For our next week's opponent, we are taking advantage of a fun little rule in our league though. It's called a scouting report. Each team gets to pick one of their members, and the other 5 party members are picked by their opponent. So, you're gonna have to wait and see till next week to see what my opponent, Mick White, also known as the Mick Hustler, decided to give me. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of the team for me not putting most of it together. I definitely made some mistakes in what I gave him, but, you know, we live and we learn. We adapt, we overcome, and the Wisp will continue going on. But until that next battle comes out, My name is Michaela. I'm wishing you all a pleasant trip through the woods. Arrivederci. And again, once again, editing Michaela back to give you some fun updates. I was actually incorrect. I forgot to double check, but during the end of the week, my injury cards got hit once again. I lost access to Fade to Black, the Electivire, and Vulpix. Fade to Black will be back in, I believe, about 3 to 4 weeks if I don't reduce the injury any further, and currently Vulpix is projected to be out for the next 8 weeks without any time reductions. I don't know how I overlooked that. Recording Michaela really needs to start paying more attention to what she's doing, especially because she forgot to even mention to, if you're still here, like, comment, and subscribe. And I just want to one more time thank everybody for watching my videos. It means the world to me to see these things hitting 60 views within a week. And I hope to keep on going and pushing this further, doing some more with it. But again, I thank you all for joining me in the woods tonight.